If Bobby Mills is elected, do you feel like he would do an appropriate job as Registrar of Probate?
Probably would. It would be a huge learning curve for him to learn all the probate statutes and rules that we have and that we have to go by. But he probably could do the job.
If hypothetically you lose to Bobby Mills, what's next for Carol Lovejoy? Have you thought about any positions in the future?
Not really. I probably could work for a law firm, as I don't have a paralegal degree, but I could do a lot of probate work for a law firm. And just trying to find something, because I've done it for 28 years, pretty much right out of high school, so it'd be a different change of pace for me, I guess.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. We are going to turn it over to Chelsea Bissonette, who has another interview about the election. Chelsea, take it away.
Thanks, Justin. I'm here with Matthew Tarsetti. And so Matthew, if you could vote, because I know you're not old enough, who would you vote for?
I'd vote for Barack Obama.
Is there like a specific reason why you would vote for Obama?
Because he'd bring the change America needs.
What changes do you hope to see come out of this race?
Well, I'm hoping for a better economy and to get us out of Iraq.
All right. Do you think it'll be a close race?
I think it'll be somewhat close, but not as close as people think.
Well, thank you very, very much, Matthew. Justin, back to you.
I'd like to give you a brief national summary again. Senator Barack Obama on the electoral map has 77 electoral votes to Senator John McCain's 34. Keep in mind, this is really early in this election. It could go on for hours and hours and hours. So stay tuned to TATV. We have your live local results coming up, hopefully at the top of the hour. Joining me here and broadcasting live at the Saco City Hall is John Cushing, Republican challenger to Senator Barry Hobbins for Senate District 5. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Justin. Pleasure to be here.
How do you think this race is going to go? I mean, the polls closed 30 minutes ago. Do you feel very successful in this campaign?
Well, there is absolutely no way for me to have any way of gauging that whatsoever. Not until somebody gives me a number tomorrow and says, you won by this much, or he won by this much. I can't give you a straight answer to the question. Sorry.
Okay. What's next for John Cushing if this is unsuccessful and Senator Hobbins retains the seat?
Well, I'll just go back to focusing on my medical products company and trying to expand into India.
Okay. Do you have any other political intentions, political ambitions?
Oh, yes. 2 years from now. Absolutely, I'll be back. I'm not going to disappear.
And which seat would you run for?
Same one.
Okay.
A little harder and a little faster.
Well, let's talk about some of those. Have you met any challenges in this race that you would do over, you put a little bit more effort into, or change anything in your campaign that next time you run in 2 years, you're going to have it all set up?
Well, during this particular campaign, I did have a lot of challenges with respect to my employment in that I have been responsible for 2 separate companies, and I was not able to put as much time into it as I would have liked. The next time around, I won't have that situation, so I will have more time.
Let's talk about specific issues. A reoccurring issue on this program has been question 1, the people's veto, dealing with the possible raise in the beverage tax to pay for Dirigo. What is your opinion on that particular issue?
My opinion on that issue is that this referendum is very likely to go down in flames, and that's my hope and expectation. I have met very few people that favor it, and with respect to Dirigo, Dirigo is a program that was set up to accomplish specific goals. It was unable to accomplish those goals, and that needs to be reevaluated, whether or not the state is going to continue to pour money into that program.
Moving forward, do you support Dirigo as it currently exists, or would you work to repeal it or change it?
I see Dirigo as a corporation owned by the state to compete against other private enterprises. That's how I view it, and that's not an appropriate use of government agencies or government funds.
So you would not support some type of program that helps uninsured Mainers achieve quality health care insurance, but that's affordable?
That's not what Dirigo did. 2/3 of the people who did make use of the services available through Dirigo dropped their private health insurance to take on the benefits provided by Dirigo. Dirigo did not achieve its objectives. As far as helping the less fortunate in society to be able to meet their basic needs, I have absolutely no qualms with that. I'm in support of that. How we go about it is the question.
Let's talk about question 2, the citizen initiative. It states, do you want to allow a certain Maine company to have the only casino in Maine to be located in Oxford County if part of the revenue is used to fund specific programs? Do you support that program?
I did not support that program. In fact, I voted against it.
And why is that?
Well, for a variety of reasons. The first one is that although it may employ people in the county and provide jobs for them, predominantly it's taking disposable income from people that otherwise might be used to buy products and services. And for the most part, channeling it to the state, 50% of it, I believe, would go directly to the state. And so that's just another form of a taxation. The money is derived by the state through an activity. It may not be called a tax. It's handed over by the people who have it to another organization who then hands it over to the state. Ipso facto tax.
What would you say to the hundreds of thousands of people living in Oxford County that would rely on that facility being built for jobs?
I'd rather see manufacturing jobs up there.
And how can you do that?
How can I do that?
Or the Maine legislature as a whole?
Okay, all right. How the Maine legislature can promote real job growth in the state of Maine is by reducing the tax burden on companies that would like to increase their investment in capital goods. Taxes is the number one issue facing the people of Maine, and for every increase in taxes, it's a very simple relationship. It's like a seesaw. Taxes go up, the number of jobs goes down, because you're taking money out of the economy, and if you stop taking money out of the economy, goods and services that those monies would otherwise be used to purchase will result in a direct economic benefit in growth in jobs.
Let's turn to question 3, the bond issue. Do you favor a $3.4 million bond issue to support drinking water programs, to support the construction of wastewater treatment facilities, and to leverage $17 million in other funds?
In principle, that sounds like a really good idea. In practice, it may not be. Because the state uses bonds to create monies for investment in projects rather than just taking it out of the general fund, they're using debt to supplement the budget. And that's a convenient way of keeping the budget where it's supposed to be, which is balanced, by not paying attention to the fact that this debt has been created and effectively bypassing the requirement of a balanced budget.
Let's turn to another issue on the ballot locally, specifically, is the school reorganization plan. Do you support it, and do you think that Saco will benefit specifically from this?
With respect to school reorganization, I have mixed emotions about it. Mixed emotions because from a business perspective, it always makes sense to simplify the processes as much as possible to reduce the cost to accomplish a specific function. So by consolidating the school boards, you eliminate a certain number of positions and thereby create a savings. What I don't like about it is by diminishing the number of people on a particular school board beholding to a particular community and substituting those positions with people from other communities, you make the board less responsible to a particular community, and you make it less responsible to the needs of, let me rephrase that, you make it less responsible, or that's not the right word either. You make it less responsive to the concerns of the parents in any one particular town or city. And education is predominantly the responsibility of parents, and supporting parents in the education of their children is the first and foremost responsibility of the school system. So anything that makes it harder for parents to influence what and how their children are being taught, I don't like in principle.
John Cushing,
Sir.
thank you so much for coming on the program.
Justin, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
That was great. Thank you so much for watching us. We are not going to go away. We still have a lot of live election results coming up. We have live results. Come on, bring them up. We are a live program here on TATV. We bring them to you exactly when it happens. Breaking news, Obama wins New Hampshire by we have 4 electoral votes on the Obama side. He wins New Hampshire. Now, this is a state, be it mind you, that McCain really wanted to win. I mean, he won it in the primary, so this was a state that the McCain campaign were really focusing on. So, breaking news, Obama adds 4 electoral delegates to his map, which brings his overall total to 81 electoral votes to Senator John McCain's 34 electoral votes. Again, there's 270 electoral votes that are needed to clinch the presidency of the United States.